I've decided to create this new playlist where we're going to go through any pair each week, and I'll show you how I'm marking up those charts. So the power will be in your hands. Each week you'll be able to drop down in the comments to let me know which pair you want to go through for me to mark up. So this week I'm going to go through and show you how I mark up my charts. We're on the US dollar, Singapore dollar. It's a unusual pair, not a pair most people use. And I'm going to show you how I go through from a monthly down to a 4-hour time frame. But if you want to go further with your trading and you want to learn more of the supply and demand concepts, then the Profit Per Trade workshop is a great first step for you. So if you want to check it out, there is a link below in the description and there's a link popping up right now. So let's go through from this monthly time frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the charts first. Now there is a fantastic playlist as well in this channel, which goes through understanding market structure. And I do suggest going through after watching this video and watch the full playlist. It's going to help you with your trading. So we're going to look at the market from this swing low. Okay, we're going to look where the market has come down. And our last swing point really as we push down is going to be, in fact, let's just look at the market breaking this high, because otherwise we're going to get too complex here. So we see the market breaking out of this high. Okay, we break up. So we just map the chart from this point. And I'll look at it from breaking through like this. We pull back, we break out higher, we pull back, and I believe we just about break out higher again. Then we reverse structure head to the downside. Now the market at that point only sweeps this high. So when we see a sweep, that is just taking liquidity off that swing high. Very often you're going to see this happen into an area of supply or an imbalance back here to left. Now there is an area of a drop-based drop area of supply sitting right here, which is most probably going into. So that's just a sweep. So what we're looking for at the moment is price to actually drop out of this area. Okay, so this would be my area of trading range from this low to this high. Now we haven't done that. So at this point, what I can now look at in the market is from this high was that sweep, and from this low here is my current trading range. So this is the last breakout to the downside. Let's remove this for now. So looking at this monthly chart, let's zoom in. That is what we're looking at the moment. Now we just change this to a monthly thicker line. So when we go down to the lower time frames, you'll know which ones was the monthly. So that's my monthly structure. So anybody who's looking at trading US dollar, Singapore dollar, okay, you following this will help you, okay, with the market structure. To this point, when I've seen this wick through on a lower time frame, you're going to find here a reversal of structure, and we're potentially looking for the market to run down to take out this low. Now we do have imbalances on the way there, but I'm not going to talk about imbalances in these videos, just going through showing you how to mark these charts up. So what happens at this point, when I see the market run this high, what I'm expecting to see is to run this low, because this is a weak low in the market. And even more so, as we didn't close through this high, it's not a break of structure. It's a sweep, a manipulation, whatever you want to class it as, and the market will potentially want to run this low. Now we did come down very, very close, but we failed to run that low. So at the moment, all we can actually leave on this chart is what we can see. We've got no reason to look at anything else. We are trapped inside this sideways range. So now let's go down to a weekly. Looking at the weekly time frame, we're going to do the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look from this high to downside, and we'll move forward. There's no need to go all the way back in price. And the first area we can see, we had a break of structure here, okay, to the upside. We'll break that down to a weekly structure level. We then broke here back to downside. So there is a shift, okay? So anybody who's looking for a potential sell back down to this low, we could see this on a shift once we broke through here. Now, unfortunately, it's kind of long push down, okay? So you're over 50% through. You really want to see these sort of reversals at the high, okay? So what's happened here since is the market made a break, a swing pullback on a single candle. It's not the best looking area because I preferred to have seen really, okay, so let me just show you. I prefer to see this as a drop pullback and we have a cluster of candles, okay, creating that area. This is a single candle. So that means if I get a break now above this high, which we do right there, that's another break of structure. So I don't need these lines back in time. We don't need to know where they are. So we have a break of structure now to the upside. What that means, this low has become a strong low, and this high is currently a weak high based on that structure. So just looking at the weekly time frame compared to the monthly was bearish. We had a potential sell as we swept this high to go for this low. We just failed to basically get to that low, so we front run that low and we pull back. I do still believe the market will want to now run that low to go with that monthly time frame, especially after we see that front running there. Now, it doesn't have to do it straight away. We could see a pullback first to go higher. Now, we are currently bullish. Let me just mark this out. So when I'm looking at this, we broke that structure there to downside. We had a small pullback, pushed down, and then we broke through here to the upside. We continue up, we made a pullback into an area of what? Okay, so an area of demand, and we're looking for market now to run this high. So if I just go in closer, when you understand the use of supply and demand here, which you will learn all that inside that profit per trade workshop, we have an area of supply here, and we just mark this swing low. This swing low is what we class as a sweep in the market. I don't have a weekly sweep, so let me just change that, okay, to dash line. So this was a sweep in the market, and right here is where I'd be looking for an entry on a lower time frame, and where we'll be looking for that reversal out to run back up to this swing high. So you're going to have to understand structures to do this. So just marking up your charts is fine, but then you need to understand the use of structures, how you can use it to take your trades. And on top of that, then you need to understand the use of the supply and demand, which again, you can learn in that profit per trade workshop. All the information you will need to become a supply and demand trader. So we're looking for the market to want to run up this high. So understanding that, we have inside here internal structure. Okay, so you need to understand as well your swing and your internal structure. Looking at this monthly time frame above, this is the weekly, this will be our swing structure. Okay, all this movement inside is the internal structure of this trading range. So try and think of ranges. Okay, we're inside this trading range on a monthly, and now we're inside this trading range here on a weekly. So it's going closer. This is our current weekly range from this low to this high. So everything in between here, okay, is internal structure. So we'll find this now on the lower time frames, which would be like the daily. So let's drop down to a daily. So we know we're bearish on a monthly, but we're bullish on a weekly. Now on a daily time frame down here, where we see this nice sweep and we push up, we can start to look at our structures again. So we can identify the market. Okay, so let's look at this. We came down, did pull up, we pulled down, we swept this high, we pushed down again. There isn't in fact any swing high here, so it's one push from this high to this low. So we're looking for a breakout of this high, which I believe happened here perhaps. So let me just remove that now, we'll mark that off. So this will be a swing high. Yep, it's right there. We were looking for a reversal. So that's a daily structure. You can see this candle here is what breaks out. Now, unfortunately, when we see this, okay, this is our breakout. Now, many will be looking at this swing low. Okay, and they'll be looking here and saying, oh, we've broken back out to downside here. Now we're bearish again. But we were actually bearish way before that. And this would have been your low. So we had to go all the way down to remove this low to reverse structure that point. But we do have this swing pull back. Okay, just grab this, pull back to here, and a push up and a breakout. So you can see we had this breakout, pull back continuation. That then meant this low was a breakout point. So this was in fact the point where we were bearish. It doesn't matter because we reverse structures anyway. But just so you understand what's happening here, we broke out, pulled back, broke out, and we broke out and we've broken back to the upside. So a very complex move here. And remember, at this point, when we were down here, we were bullish on a weekly and we were looking for buys. So when we see this pullback again here on a daily, what do you think is happening? We're just pulling back deeper into areas here to look for that buy. So now we've broken structure here on that candle. We then have this as a low again, a strong low. So a low here, a low here, a low here. We've broken out. Now there is no more swing points. So as we see the market pulling back, this becomes my high. So what do you see now? Let me just remove these levels. We don't need them. There's no need to clutter up your charts. So we can see this is now our break to the upside pullback. So we're looking for the market to pull back. Where do you expect it to go to? The market will pull back to a few things. And this is going to be one area we could see a pullback to sweep this low. We also have a demand zone here, an internal demand zone on a rally-based rally. We also have the main drop here, which is a demand zone as well. We also have another swing low. There's many points we can look for potential trades. It's understanding that this is now a swing pullback. And this is where we're inside this trading range. We're pulling back to go higher. So once you start to understand this and how the market structures, it's key, okay, for your training to understand structures in the market. Like I said, if you haven't seen the actual playlist on market structure, go through and watch it after this video. It's a fantastic playlist which covers market structure. So let's go down to the final time frame here, which is the 4 hour. Now we know we're bullish, okay, on that daily. And when we get to this area, we can start to look what's happening. So we have a 4 hour breaking up. Okay, we pull back, broke up, we have a small pullback. And then we broke out here. We've pulled back. We didn't break out high. We haven't broke out until there. So you can see that this is our structures on a 4 hour time frame. So our last breakout is this low. So I can mark that out. This signals to me we're now bearish. So if you want to understand more on how we really truly read structures and you want to dominate those markets, understanding how to read every movement in the market, then there is the trading coaching experience. Now this is apply only, and I'm only going to be accepting 150, around 150, 155 members in that community, and then we will be shutting the doors for good unless anybody decides to unsubscribe from that community. So the idea of this community is to bring a group of traders together. We're going to be working on reading the markets with many different concepts. This is one of them, which is market structures, and I'm not going through everything here at the moment, but each week you will get how I quickly go through a chart and mark it up and understand how we're looking for trades. So right now I'm just going down from that monthly to this 4 hour time frame. Again, let's now go through what's happened here. This is our daily week high. Okay, at the moment, this is our strong low. We're seeing a 4 hour pullback. So what we're looking for now is simply looking for a pullback to get another sell lower. Now it doesn't happen. We can continue just to be bearish all the way down here. But this is showing me, okay, we've had a reversal out. We do have some imbalances. We have some supply zones here. We can look for trades. And all we're looking for is a reason for the market to want to pull back. Looking here to the left, we have this area of demand. Here's demand zone. It is inside demand right now. So if we're sitting inside demand, all we need to see here is a reversal out on lower time frames, like a 15-minute, okay, 30-minute time frame. Look for the reversal out, and then we got that swing pullback. That's what we're looking for. Now, for this major move from this high to downside, that is our current trading range. And we do have a large buy to sell move there, and we also have this smaller one here as well, but we have some nice imbalances where the market can pull back too. Now, understanding that the market doesn't have any swing highs except for this high here, this would be where I expect the market want to push above this swing high. This is going to be an area where the market may want to sweep, okay, and go into the area of imbalance. We don't have to pull way back up there, but it's a great area to look at. Now, of course, if we break through this area, okay, of demand, then potentially we've got a big area of imbalance here, and we could then run all the way down to this next area of demand down here. So this is a origin area of demand I could draw, and it's a potential area the market may want to go to. But right now, we have to keep in mind we're bullish on a daily. So we're looking for potential reversals. Once we get to this demand zone, I'll be looking for the market potentially to sweep this low, okay, for potential buy. If we go back to a daily time frame, where did I have that level for potential sweep? Right below this level we just marked on the 4-hour time frame. This is how you can start to understand the markets. If you want to see next week's video, you want to go through another pair of your choice, remember, leave it down in the comments of the videos so I know exactly what you're looking for, and we'll look through those comments and I'll find the best pair. So if we've got 3 or 4 of one pair, we'll go through that pair each week. This is in fact the first video, but there will be a video coming up next soon as well, so make sure you watch that next. And if you want to learn more on the Profit Per Trade workshop, there'll be a link popping up for you to go through as well to check that out.